When the morning mist shrouds the villages in the Ganges Delta, the milk in the earthen pot is undergoing a quiet transformation. Lactic acid bacteria multiply in the warm milk, converting lactose into a mild sour aroma after c hours. The originally flowing liquid condenses into a velvety smooth curd. This is Indian yogurt dahi, a fermented food regarded by locals as the nectar of life, from a religious offering in the Vedic era to a summer refreshment by street vendors, from an auspicious symbol at weddings to a healthy partner on modern dining tables. Indian yogurt tells a taste story about tradition and science, faith and daily life with a year fermentation history. It is not just food, but a microcosm of Indian culture. In every bite of sour and sweet, the ancient wisdom of the Ganges civilization is precipitated. The history of Indian yogurt can be traced back to the Vedic era around 1000 BC. The Rigveda records that fermented milk is a sacred offering to the gods, believed to contain life force. Prana. Ancient Indians discovered that mixing fresh milk with yogurt from the previous day, and placing it in a warm place overnight, would result in a sour and sweet curd. This passage fermentation wisdom predates Pasteur's discovery of microorganisms by thousands of years. In the era without refrigerators, India's climate provided a natural incubator for yogurt fermentation. The summer temperature in the Ganges basin is above C all year round, which is exactly the most active temperature range for lactic acid bacteria. People stored milk in clay pots, whose tiny pores can both breathe and maintain a constant temperature, becoming the most primitive fermentation reactors. This traditional container is still in use today, and the minerals in the clay will seep into the yogurt, giving it a unique earthy flavor. Ancient Indian medicine, Ayurveda, regards yogurt as a good medicine for balancing the body constitution. It is classified as a sweet food madhura, which can nourish the body and enhance digestion. When eaten with spicy curry, it can neutralize the irritation and achieve balance between cold and heat. In the Indian epic Mahabharata, yogurt was the marching ration for warriors, which could quickly replenish energy, and was easy to store. This portability made it the most widely circulated fermented food on the Indian subcontinent. The magic of Indian yogurt lies in that it can both enter elegant halls and integrate into the fireworks of the market. In high-end restaurants in Delhi, chefs will decorate yogurt with saffron and pistachios as a greasy side dish for curry, while on the streets of Varanasi, vendors push bicycles covered with pottery bowls, shouting lassi dahi loudly. A bowl of salty yogurt with salt and cumin is the most thirst-quenching drink under the scorching sun. The most representative street yogurt is lassi. This drink, made by mixing yogurt with water, sugar or salt, can be seen everywhere in the markets of Uttar Pradesh. Sweet lassi is added with mango, rose syrup or saffron, with a sweet taste in the sour. Salty lassi is matched with cumin, chili and mint, which is refreshing and appetizing. The grinder for making lassi is a special copperware. The release of copper ions can make the drink smoother, which is the simple application of food chemistry by ancient Indians. During festivals, yogurt is an indispensable role. In Holi festival of colors, people splash yogurt on each other, implying purification and rebirth. At weddings, the bride will apply yogurt on the groom's feet, symbolizing the marriage wisdom of overcoming rigidity with softness. And in TJ festival, women must eat yogurt as the first bite after fasting, believing that it can bring family happiness. These customs make yogurt beyond the category of food, and become the carrier of cultural rituals. Homemade yogurt is a daily scene in India. In the morning, housewives will cool the boiled milk to body temperature. Add starter, yogurt from the previous day. Pour it into earthen pots, and cover with cotton cloth, placing it by the window or stove. When opened in the afternoon, the milk has turned into a firm curd, with a layer of pale yellow cream malai floating on the surface, which is the standard to judge the quality of yogurt. The thicker the cream, the better the milk. This handed-down craft is the first life lesson from mother to daughter. Modern science provides annotations for the ancient wisdom of Indian yogurt. Studies have found that traditional Indian yogurt contains more than kinds of lactic acid bacteria, among which Lactobacillus delbrueckii, Subspulgaricus, and Streptococcus thermophilus are the dominant bacteria. The lactic acid produced during fermentation not only gives yogurt a sour taste, but also inhibits the growth of harmful bacteria and extends the storage time. The regionality of Indian yogurt can be called a map of microorganisms. Yogurt in the north is more sour because of the lower temperature and longer fermentation time. Yogurt in the south is sweeter, thanks to the rapid fermentation in the tropical climate. Even in different communities of the same city, the flavor of yogurt is different, because each family's starter retains a unique microbial spectrum, like the taste gene of the family. Ayurvedic medicine's cognition of yogurt is consistent with modern nutrition. It advocates that yogurt should be eaten at breakfast or lunch, avoiding the evening, because the drop in body temperature at night will affect its digestion. This is surprisingly consistent with the modern research finding that lactic acid bacteria are more likely to colonize the intestines on an empty stomach. The probiotics in yogurt can regulate intestinal flora, which is one of the reasons why Indians rarely have gastrointestinal diseases, despite eating a lot of spicy food. The rise of commercial yogurt has not replaced traditional craftsmanship. The boxed yogurt launched by Amul, India's largest dairy company, still retains the passage fermentation process, with the words "taste like mother's" making printed on the package. Organic farms adhere to grass-fed milk and earthen pot fermentation, focusing on ancient original flavor, which is sought after by urban people. This coexistence of tradition and modernity shows the adaptability of yogurt. With the advancement of globalization, Indian yogurt is conquering the world with a new look. In Michelin restaurants in London, chefs mix Indian yogurt with European sour cream, and match it with roasted lamb chops to create a East-West fusion taste. New York's street food trucks launch Indian yogurt bowls, with mango yogurt as the base, covered with quinoa nuts and spices, becoming representatives of healthy light meals. Lassi has become a new favorite in the international beverage industry. Coffee shops in Los Angeles launch matcha lassi, and dessert shops in Tokyo have cherry blossom lassi. These innovations retain the base of yogurt and integrate local flavors. In Naunsen Arshasen, Indian lassi was included in the global street food list, with the judges commenting that it achieves the richest taste level with the simplest ingredients. Scientific research has re-recognized the value of Indian yogurt. A study by Harvard University found that people who eat traditional Indian yogurt for a long time have a 5% lower incidence of cardiovascular diseases than ordinary people, which is related to the conjugated linoleic acid kale. It is rich in this fatty acid produced during fermentation, has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, which is the key to the health code of yogurt. But traditional craftsmanship is also facing challenges. Urbanization has led to a decrease in homemade yogurt, and the standardization of commercial production has reduced microbial diversity. Therefore, the Indian government launched the Traditional Fermented Food Protection Plan in Naunsen Shaba, collecting yogurt starters from various places to establish microbial banks, which is an alternative protection of cultural heritage.